Hello everyone and welcome to playdate number 4 of the Intel Extreme Masters Season 2 group stage. We are starting with Group A and we're starting with the last undead mirror of this group stage between Elfi, the Finnish undead player, spawning here in the top right spawn position on Turtle Rock, where we by the way do see close spawns, and he's starting with Crypt and Graveyard early on, so we're seeing a Fiend build by him, and therefore he is switching it up compared to what we've seen him play previously in his match against Elqua, which was Ghouls and a Lich opening. And his opponent on the top left spot position in blue is the German undead HasuObs, who is starting with the same build, also Crypt, Graveyard, going for the auto right now. So we're gonna see Fiends on both sides, and for HasuObs it's not a change. He played the same build in his best of 3 against Elqua previously. Both of the players so far haven't done all too bad in the tournament, especially Elfi. He has beaten all 3 of his opponents, Nightwolf, Elqua and Knopf. And HasuObs, he has beaten Elqua and Nightwolf as well. Of course, the win against Elqua for both the players doesn't count anymore since Elqua dropped out of the tournament. But he lost against Hooligan in a human versus undead matchup. Then again, Hooligan still is going to face Elfi, so perhaps the Finnish player could lose there potentially as well. Altars are about to finish the Ziggurats as usual slightly later than that altar, and I imagine we'll see the DK first on both sides. It is DK for Elfi and it is DK for HasuObs. So, well, other than that, I guess second Ziggurat is gonna follow next on both sides. Yeah, there it is for HasuObs, and I guess for Elfi as well. There's not really any point in, you know, going for a greedy tech with only one Ziggurat as a follow-up to this build, which is very much focused on getting a decently sized army early on for a lot of creeping and a late tech. And then following that up with a quick greedy tech would be kind of, you know, defeating the purpose of the opening. So yeah, both of the players now know that it is close spawns. Both of them are pulling their fiends back. Heroes are about to spawn on both sides. I imagine Rod of Necromancy will be bought here. For Elfi, that's exactly the case. For HasuObs, wow, did he trap himself? I think he trapped himself. Yes, he trapped himself. So he is not exactly off to a good start here, using the town portal forward with his DK. His creeping is going to be a little bit delayed compared to the creeping of Elfi, as we can see already. But then again, you know, it's a TP, which is bad, of course, but unless he loses a fight or he's, you know, sloppy with his map control and he gets attacked while he's like out on the map somewhere, it might not even come into play at all. We'll find out about it eventually, of course, but for the time being, it's basically just removing the safety net for HasuObs. But as long as he doesn't slip up, it might not turn out to be all that bad. But then again, if he slips up, then the safety net is already gone. So third Fiend is out for both the players. HasuObs hasn't started attacking, he's getting his fourth Fiend, so is Happy. So yeah, as you can see, both the players are really emphasizing their big armies early on. No one wants to get their Lich, their Orb, their statues overly quickly here. Both of them do creep, both of them have finished the orange camp by now. Claws and Mantle for HasuObs. Claws and I think it was a Cloak of Shadows for Elfi, so both of them, yeah, somewhat similarly lucky. Both of the Death Knights getting a new Rod of Necromancy here, and as we can see, HasuObs is just a little bit behind in creeping by now. In the meantime, tech has started here for Elfi. He's getting a tower, he's getting his next Ziggurat. HasuObs is building another Fiend here, Fiend number 5, I believe. Yes, Fiend number 5 it is, before starting his tech. So 29 supply of tech is what it's going to be for HasuObs. So that's basically as late a tech as you can possibly get, or as basically you can possibly get away with. We'll see how well the game is going to continue for him. Elfi with Claws of Attack plus 9 here, HasuObs in the meantime with Ring of Protection plus 3, so yeah, that's not gonna be too great for him. Both of the players reaching level 3 by now. So HasuObs with the earlier 5th Fiend, is he really going to be able to do anything with it? He's going ahead and creeping the Gargantuan Sea Turtle spot here, the natural expansion, immediately. Is he going to be able to finish that though? Because I think he's going to have to defend, and he doesn't have a TP, so he's going to have to run. And with the tier 3 tech just started, and his opponent coming in here, he could take some very significant damage, but Elfi is retreating already as HasuObs is coming in. He's got plenty of mana on his DK. No way in hell that the Fiend should die here. One of the ghouls of HasuObs has fallen, and I only see 4 acolytes. There's the 5th one, so Elfi, yeah, delaying the tech of HasuObs here. Not really. He's building 2 more ghouls right now. Happy is wondering why so late tech for Hasu. Yeah, he's quite a bit behind, as you can see here. That's about the time he needed to catch up after making that 5th Fiend. By the way, upgrade wise, 1-0 for Elfi already, 0-0 for HasuObs. And we'll see if the tech advantage is going to come into play eventually. Right now, the 2 small turtles have fallen by now. The Gargantuan Sea Turtle is still up for grabs. Elfi, in the meantime, has caught up here. He has got 6 Fiends already, and HasuObs had to rebuild one of the ghouls, and he's building his 3rd ghoul. So, Fiend production a little bit crippled here after this little push by Elfi. And it looks like both of them are going to contest the Gargantuan Sea Turtle right now. For the time being, it's still got about 700 HP remaining. Keep in mind, both of the players have level 2 Death Coil available. So once this turtle drops under 200 HP, it's going to be the question of who can coil it more quickly. But for the time being, the turtle is falling back, and the HasuObs is going to take some damage on one of the Fiends as well as his DK. Both of them are just sniping off the skeletons of each other. As we can see, the Death Knights well over level 3 in the meantime on both sides, just by picking off a few more units. Tier 3 tech started very quickly, by the way, for Elfi, who's adding his Lich right now as well. He's trying to finish the turtle, but HasuObs is staying close, staying nearby in the meantime. Also, he's got the upgrades on his Fiends, and he's getting the coil on the turtle, so almost level 4 on the DK, but Scroll of the Beast picked up by Elfi, who is now down in supply, at least for the moment. But all of his Fiends are looking quite healthy, except for the one which is easily able to be healed by one single coil, whereas HasuObs has got all of his units kind of low. Tier 3 tech for him. Wow, look at this difference in tier 3 tech. So it looks like losing the one ghoul has really hurt him quite a bit here. His tier 3 is like half attack length behind. His Lich is slower. His Slaughterhouse hasn't even been started. So everything is looking just a little bit more smoothly for Elfi, except for the experience on his DK. And he's going to fall back even further after HasuObs has finished taking this red camp here. But then again, yeah, he doesn't have a TP, and Elfi, he is not quite tier 3 yet. Maybe he's gonna take this and then get an orb and then push. But he decides to push immediately. HasuObs with a nicely placed scout skeleton though. Realizing what's happening, this may have been an XP tome for HasuObs. And finds the Legion Doom Horn, which is extremely useless for him right now. But maybe Elfi wasn't aware of how slow HasuObs' tier 3 tech was, and he wants to make use of the Scrolls of Beast as long as he still can without destroyers being on the field. And he's gonna have quite a long time here to make use of that. It's 39 supply against 39. Now the scroll has been used, plus 8 damage on every single one of the Fiends. And HasuObs doesn't have a DP anymore. Keep that in mind, and his Death Knight is in a very awkward position. He's falling back to the left hand side as far as he can, but he's trapping himself here. And the Death Knight is falling, and this is terrible already for HasuObs. Fiend is being taken down with a Nova here. The next Fiend is being taken down as well. In the meantime, the Skeletons even start harassing the Acolytes, so everything is under fire here on the side of the German. His Lich is clearly behind in terms of XP here, despite being the solo hero, but he's barely killed anything thus far in this fight. This Fiend has been revealed by the Dust of Appearance here, so it looks like the next one is going to fall. HasuObs is down to 25 supply against the 42 of Elfi. And this, after only 9.5 minutes, looks like a position that is beyond lost already for HasuObs. The DK is coming back very slowly. Tier 3 has still not finished, still no orb. I mean, no orb for Elfi either, but I mean, with this superior kind of army, he does not need an orb at all. The Lich is getting himself into an awkward position as well. Death Knight, by the way, never gave those claws to the Lich, but on him, they did the job as well. HasuObs quite clearly losing this first map here due to a nice timing push by Elfi, which apparently seems to be a pretty likely approach by him, as it appears, or at least since that's what we've seen in every single of his undead mirrors so far. And yeah, everything started with HasuObs not having his TP early on, being a little bit slowed down early on. He went for a greedy creep route with a late tech and with the natural expansion very early on, but he had to cancel it because Elfi was going into his base with a nice timing just after his tech had started. And he didn't, at least at first it seemed like he didn't deal all too much damage, but apparently with HasuObs' second ghoul being, with his third ghoul being not built early on and his second ghoul falling as well, his lumber economy apparently was quite crippled. His tier 3 tech was delayed, his lich was later, his slaughterhouse was later, and he took a very risky creep camp in the bottom left corner of the map, which he was punished for by Elfi, who went for the timing push with the Scroll of the Beast, which he was able to get because he got the, say, area around the turtle controlled, whereas HasuObs could just poke in from the top and at least finish the turtle but not pick up the item. And that turned out to be extremely valuable. That, on top of the fact that HasuObs basically trapped his own Death Knight in the beginning of the fight, was definitely enough for Elfi to win map number 1. He is looking quite confident also in this best of 3 as well as in the entire tournament thus far. But HasuObs, definitely a strong undead mirror player, perhaps can bring it back on Twisted Meadows, which will be our map number 2.